Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday morning when you're getting this email blast, but I am making this video on Friday night. As you know, usually I send out my videos on Thursday for the midweek video, but I kept waiting and waiting to hear from the Archdiocese and found out that the Archdiocese was waiting to hear from the governor, but then never really got a response from the governor. So we thought that phase 3, which starts tonight, Saturday night, with the 5 o'clock mass, and then continues tomorrow, Sunday, with all 5 masses, the 4 in the morning and the 1 Sunday night, so 6 masses altogether. We thought that by entering phase 3, we'd actually have a higher capacity allowed inside the church. However, the governor apparently has not made that decision yet. We can have as many people as we want outside. My original plan was to have our weekend masses outside on the grass, but the forecast is 80% thunderstorms on Saturday, 50% on Sunday, and I just figured it was crazy to try to risk that. So for this weekend, we will have 12 masses altogether. There'll be the 6 normal times, and there'll be 2 masses at each time. So for example, tonight, Saturday night, 5 p.m., there will be a mass in the church and a mass in the gym. Only, unfortunately, can there be 50 people at each of those masses. So we'll have 100 people at each of our 6 masses, so that's about 600 people. Usually we're closer to 2,200, 2,300 or something, so only about a quarter of you are going to be able to attend. I personally am very disappointed. I really thought that number was going to increase to 100 people. So I thought we could have 200 people, therefore 1,200 people altogether, and that would kind of meet half of our normal attendees. So, but that's outside of my control, outside of my influence. I do not have the governor's cell phone number. I can't call him to convince him. And I think Cardinal Tobin tried to convince him, but the reality is what it is. So for this weekend, we ask all of you to please be patient. As I said, the mass schedule will continue as normal, but we'll have 2 masses. So once the church fills up, we'll then send people to the gym. Once the gym fills up, then we're going to have to close the door. No matter what you do, you're going to need to enter by the doors of the main doors of the church. We're not going to open up the school opening, just so that we can control that a little bit better. When you come to Mass, and again, this breaks my heart, but when you come to Mass, it's the same drill that we've been doing all week. You have to wear a mask at all times. There'll be, what do you call that? That hand sanitizer, that Purell stuff. We'll have some of that around, but I know many of you have your own private supply, and you'll have to be 6 feet away from each other. So we blocked off every other pew. The chairs that we put up in the gym, we put them 6 feet apart, et cetera, et cetera. So we've done everything we possibly could. Some people suggest that we do a reservation system, but I thought that would be very unfair to our older parishioners who would not have that same type of access to the technology and everything. So at least for this weekend, there's no reservations, just gonna be kind of first come, first serve. Again, it breaks my heart that the governor hasn't changed that number, but he must have his reasons, and I respect those reasons. Let's just pray that the following weekend, if the numbers don't go up in terms of permission to have people gathering inside, let's hope that it's a great weekend weather-wise, because then we could have, all of our masses out on the grass. So I know this is a hard time for everyone. I was speaking yesterday, or whatever, the other day, maybe 2 days ago, with Pastor Joe. He's the Lutheran minister up the road. And he told me that practically all of the mainline Protestant denominations that he knows, they're all going to open up in August. So they're not even going to try to do anything in June or July. So I think on the one hand, while we're sad that we can't all be at church, I think we should rejoice that at least we're opening up and moving in that direction for those of you who really want to attend. So we will, though, continue to live stream all of our masses. Remember, there is no obligation to attend. The obligation has still been lifted by the cardinal for the foreseeable future. So, and I've said this before to you, but if you are at all feeling ill, please, please, please do not come. If you're of a certain age bracket where you feel like this is not an intelligent thing, not a wise thing to do to go out into a crowd yet, please do not come. Just continue to watch as you always do. So, as I say, it's an update. It's not my favorite update, but I hope that soon we'll be able to really all be together in person again. During this phase, however, just please for everyone to know, we will have baptisms, 50 people or less. We will have funerals, 50 people or less. We will have weddings as well. So there's lots of things that we're starting to open up. But again, we all need to be very cautious and prudent about this. And we at St. Elizabeth's, as I believe every parish in our archdiocese, is going to faithfully fill and obey the mandate that's coming to us from the Archbishop's office, from Cardinal Tobin's office. So know that this is where we're at. It's not the ideal situation, but at least we're moving in the right direction. I ask all of you to be patient. If you wind up arriving to church and the doors are already closed, one of the priests will be outside to explain to you that you're going to have to either come back for another Mass or we'll try to do something different. But no, it breaks our heart as much as it does yours, because we'd all love to be together with you, celebrating the Eucharist so that you could receive Jesus again. I think those are all the main points that I wanted to discuss with you. I'm sending you all the big virtual hug. I hope to see you in person, as many of you as possible this weekend. But if I don't, please know that we're together with you in spirit, and we look forward to seeing you, hopefully in the near future. And again, if you ever need anything, our emergency cell phone number. It's 201-994-5699. God bless you all, and to all of our fathers out there, a very, very happy Father's Day weekend. God bless you. Bye-bye.